For the last 3 years, the United States government had a clear strategy to dominate artificial intelligence, control the hardware. The rule was simple: stop companies from shipping America's most advanced NVIDIA microchips to China. The logic was, if foreign rivals do not have the physical chips, they cannot build world-class AI. Then that strategy broke down. In early 2026, Chinese tech lab released artificial intelligence models that perform almost identically to the top proprietary system from OpenAI and Anthropic. And instead of locking them behind an expensive paywall, they gave the code away for free as open-weight software. By August 2026, global download data from the open source platform Hugging Face revealed something shocking. Alibaba open model family Coin crossed 3 billion downloads in just 7 months. In that same period, Google open model reached 418 million and Meta reached 227 million. Even American software startups began quietly switching from US tech giant to Chinese open model. The reason was a massive price collapse. Running a Chinese model cost developer around 14 cents per million tokens of text. Running a top American model cost anywhere from $2 to $30 for that exact same workload. The US had spent billions building a hardware blockade, yet the global developer world was standardizing on free Chinese AI. But the question is, how did these labs build frontier-level intelligence so cheaply without access to American US microchips? In February 2026, the American AI lab Anthropic published a forensic report revealing the answer. It was not a sudden mathematical breakthrough. It was an extraction method called knowledge distillation. Training a frontier AI model from scratch is like making a student read the entire internet from beginning to end. It requires tens of thousands of supercomputing chips, massive amount of electricity, and hundreds of millions of dollars in computing cost. Distillation is a massive shortcut. Instead of reading the entire internet, you build a smaller, cheaper model and have it constantly study an already smart American AI. Think of it like a student who skips reading the textbook and simply copies the exact note and reasoning step of the smartest kid in the class. Anthropic discovered that 3 Chinese AI laboratories, DeepSeek, Moonshot, and Minimax, set up an automated system using the commercial proxy network to hide their location. They created over 24,000 fake user accounts. They fired more than 16 million automated prompts into Anthropic model Claude. They specifically forced the American AI to solve logic puzzle, write code, and show its step-by-step reasoning. American tech companies spend hundreds of millions of dollars teaching their model how to think. Foreign lab extracted that thinking process through the front door for pennies on a dollar. And this extraction method created an impossible policy problem for US government. The Department of Commerce put export restriction on advanced AI model software. However, these rules only apply to closed model kept inside company server. By law, you cannot restrict a file once it is published as an open source for anyone to download online. Some lawmaker in Congress want to respond by banning open source AI entirely. That creates a dangerous economic trap. If US ban open source AI, American startup will be crushed. They will be forced to pay a highly monthly subscription fee to a handful of US monopolies like Google and OpenAI just to build the software. Meanwhile, developers across Europe, Asia, and Latin America will simply keep downloading the free Chinese model, cutting the US out of the global software standard. National security analysts argue that United States cannot solve this by playing defense. The government must take 2 concrete steps: subsidize American open source. Instead of trying to ban free models, the US should fund American research lab to build and release open-weight model for free. If the world is going to build on free AI, that AI should follow American safety rules, transparency standards, and values. Control the physical bottleneck. You cannot stop software code from crossing borders, but software cannot run without the physical world. The US must double down on what cannot be copied over the internet: domestic microchip fabrication plants, high output energy grids, and dedicated nuclear power for data centers. The only way to win open source era is to build the physical foundation faster, cheaper, and more reliably than anyone else.